everybody, today we will talk about subordinate conjunctions. Subordinate conjunctions join a subordinate dependent clause to a main independent clause. So we have, for example, because, since, although, and even though. Let's first start off with because and since. Because and since connect cause and effect. So here, because Peter was annoyed because the bus was large. So the bus was super big, and let's say he was driving behind that big, large bus. So the large bus blocked his view, and he was super annoyed. He was like, I cannot see anything, I'm so annoyed. And people ask him, why are you so annoyed? What's wrong with your mood? That bus is so big, I cannot see anything. Because the bus is so big, I feel so annoyed. Peter was annoyed because the bus was so large. Then, since it was hot, he wore a t-shirt. So let's say someone is wearing a t-shirt, and obviously everyone outside when it's hot is wearing a t-shirt. But we don't wear it because we think t-shirts are super pretty. I mean, some are, of course, but it's not that we think t-shirts are an important fashion item. They're just t-shirts. So why do you wear a t-shirt? Because it's hot. Or like another example could be everyone else is wearing a t-shirt, but you're wearing a long sleeve, and people might ask you, why are you wearing a long sleeve? It's like 25 degrees outside, and you could say, since I'm cold, I'm wearing a long sleeve. Do you have any problem? So because and since always have the cause and the effect. Peter is annoyed is our effect because the cause is the bus. Since it was hot is our effect, our cause. He wore a t-shirt is the effect. Then although and even though. Although and even though show a contrast in expectations. So although it rained a lot, the day was warm. So let's say it's raining a lot, and normally when it's raining, the weather cools down a lot, and you feel cold and you feel sick and tired. But you go outside and it's raining a lot, but you think, oh wow, it's still warm. So although it's raining, but it's warm. So although it's raining, or although it rained a lot, the day was very warm. And then he wants to have the dessert, even though he ate 2 steaks for dinner. So he ate a lot. But as we all know, even though we eat a lot, there's always enough space for a dessert, isn't it? So we could say, oh, he ate 2 steaks. Or like, let's say he ate two packs of ramen. And he's still hungry, so he ate 2 packs of ramen, 2 packs of rice, and even though he ate 2 packs of ramen, 2 packs of rice, he still eats some ice cream. He still wants to get some ice cream. So like, wow, even though he ate this much, he still wants to eat ice cream. So even though and although show a contrast in expectations. We expected him to be full, but he still wants to eat more. We expected it to be cold, but the day was warm. Then, a subordinating conjunction always comes at the beginning of a subordinate clause. A subordinate clause can be placed before or after the main clause. If it is placed before the main clause, a comma separates the 2 clauses. Peter was annoyed because the bus was late. And this, for example, it's late, but it could also be because it's large, but this time it was late. So Peter was annoyed because it was late. He was annoyed. This is the independent clause. Dependent clause comes afterwards. Because the bus was late, comma, Peter was annoyed. So when our dependent sentence comes after the independent sentence, so here we have D-I-I-D. No, wait, this is wrong. It's independent, dependent. Dependent, independent. So we have the independent sentence plus dependent sentence, no comma needed, but we have dependent sentence and independent sentence, a comma is needed between them 2. Yeah. Dependent clause, because the bus was late. This depends on another clause to complete the meaning. So it's called a dependent clause because the bus was late, we need, because of this one, we expect something like, because the bus was late. What happened because of it? Peter was annoyed. Independent clause. This clause makes sense as a sentence by itself, so it's called a independent clause. We could just say Peter is annoyed, and it's just a fact. But with because, we need an effect, because we cannot just say because it's raining. So what? Because it's raining. Like what happened because of it? Because it's raining, Peter is annoyed, for example. And that's it. Let's take a look at our summary. Because and since connect cause and effect, although and even though show a contrast in expectations. A subordinating conjunction always comes at the beginning of a subordinate clause. A subordinate clause can be placed before or after the main clause. If it is placed before the main clause, a comma separates two clauses. That's it for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye bye.